This great community, we want to inform you that His Excellency the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory is here. Following the incident that happened this morning, the report got to him and he cannot afford to stay without coming to this place. So he decided to come here to get to know exactly what happened. And so it is expected that all of you should be able to say one thing or the other that led to this incident. And then by the grace of God, to look at the whole idea of how to resolve the matter, by the grace of God. We want to pray that may God let those who we have lost now to rest in peace. Sorry for what happened. Your Excellency.
Nothing.
Okay.
Chairman of Abuja Metropolitan Council, Honorable Candido. With me here today are the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, the Chief of Staff in the Ministry, Senior Management Staff, including the Commissioner of Police for the FCT, and also the Director of the DSS, and other security officials. We are here first and foremost to sympathize with you regarding what has happened. I was in the Federal Executive Council meeting when after I finished I got this information. We thank God Almighty for the efforts done by everybody here, community leaders, security agencies. Now going forward, we will speak to one or two or three of the leaders here, and then we will see the extent of what has happened, and then we will discuss to ensure that we don't allow this kind of thing to happen again. When I hear from you, then later I will tell you one or two things. But most important is we have to continue to live in harmony. All of us here in Abuja to get what to eat. There's no doubt about it, including myself. So we have to learn to live together. Why I'm here is because now all over the country, they are sending all kinds of wrong information, saying that this place, Mr. So-and-so from so-so tribe is fighting so-so tribe. It's not so. We all know what happened here. You will explain, but you know. An accident happened. And unfortunately, somebody lost his life. But you know also you are surrounded with many people who don't want peace here, who want to destroy your businesses, who want to destroy the harmony in this place. And I assure you as a government will never agree. We will not allow this to happen. And that's why we are here today. It is very clear from what you have said, all of you have always been living here harmoniously. And this incident occurred as a result of an accident that was hijacked by hoodlums that live within your community. And members of all the traders and including the traditional authority here have clearly indicated that the cause of this is by hoodlums who live among you. So it is very important. We are going to provide you peace, we are going to add security here. But you as community leaders, it is also very important to identify all the hoodlums and the criminals across the whole community. For instance, the person who threatened that he was going to eliminate people is known, so you identify him. The Okada people that created confusion here, you know them, you identify them. And those who live in the fringes that do not own any shop here, do not have any economic activity here, you identify them. And then the law will take its course. I'm going to go around now to see the extent of the damage, and then maybe later also when it is bright during the daytime we'll come and do the assessment. But in the meantime, the timber market is closed indefinitely until we sort out this and we identify all those who paraded themselves with guns. All of them should be identified. Every person should be identified. Or else
all of you, all of us here will not enjoy our businesses. By the same token, all the shops along this road that are creating the traffic gridlock, and I said it 2 years ago when I came here, we are going to repair this road. But first and foremost, everybody is going to restrict his business or her business inside the shop. Nothing outside the shop, because the population has increased and we need to have free flow of traffic. That is why I'm going to come back in the afternoon. But for the meantime, from the main junction of the expressway, Kuba Expressway, up to this place, all the shops on both sides of the street should be closed indefinitely. The timber market will be closed indefinitely. We have to identify those who are parading with arms. And then the other surrounding markets here also will be closed, and I'm going to sit down with the chairman of the area council, with the Sarkin Jua, and the Commissioner of Police and the DSS people. Then we will look at what is possible. But you as community leaders, you have to identify all those who are creating confusion here. Whether they are Bagi, whether they are Fulani, whether they are Igbo, whether they are Hausa, whether they are Gondara, whether they are from anywhere. You have to identify them. Because you are the people who know them. You know their fathers, you know where they sleep, you know where they stay. So after that, I'll come back and then we are going to review. Then meanwhile, I now want to appeal to those who have lost their relatives. We pray for Allah to forgive them. And also, we will try to see that justice is done. And the leaders of all the 3 or 4 markets around here will hold you responsible. You have to organize your markets and bring discipline like we used to know in this area. This place used to be one of the quietest area of the FCT. But recently, the kind of rancor I see, and simply because we allow young men who have no economic activity, no doing anything except drugs and all kinds of misdemeanors to overrule us. We cannot allow that to happen in Abuja. That I'm telling you. And I've already told the Commissioner of Police what to do. This whole place is going to be cordoned off, and for the next 2-3 days, no market activity here until we sort it out. And then after that, we will see which market will open under what condition, including all the shops and markets from the main expressway up to this place. And then you sit down with the community leaders. The chairman of the area council will meet with me again tomorrow with all the security team. We'll look at it, and then we'll invite you in area 11 so that we sit down and see what we can do. Meanwhile, waɗanda suka rasu Allah ya ji kansu. A yi haƙuri, a yi musu sutura, a kai su ɗakunansu. Ko ba haka ba, kuma in Allah da za mu yi ƙoƙari kowa ya samu hakkin shi. Igbo trader zai samu hakkin shi, Hausa trader zai samu hakkin shi, Fulani trader zai samu hakkin shi, customer zai samu hakkin shi, kuma kowa zai zo ya dinga shawagi ba tare da ya samu problem ba. Yanzu ku zagaya da ni, I want to see facially what I can see in the night, and then maybe later in the afternoon some other technical team will come and see what is possible. And the Commissioner of Police will also speak to us.
The Honorable Minister of FCT have said it, that he has visited the scene on the spot assessment despite his tight schedule, and he has appealed to all the residents and the market officials to talk to their subordinates or members to maintain law and order. We know what happened. It was an accident. And we have leaders in this community, both in the market and this situation. We are appealing, if something happened again like this, which is an accident, the community leaders should be talked to. They should also come to the authorities, the relevant law enforcement, to take its course. Meanwhile, it is the directive of the Minister of FCT that for now all the 3 markets closed down. So until further notice. But meanwhile, the security agencies will take over here. So I am appealing to all the residents and members of this place to go back home and maintain law and order. Thank you.
So who won this vehicle? Hoodlum.
waɗanda suke shuka plywood. It's plywood, sir. Bright.
All those hoodlums that burnt this place have not lost anything.
Yes, they have not.
And they can just carry their small leather bag and move to another town. Nobody will even know. But most of you know, where will you go? So going forward, you have to identify who are the hoodlums. You know them. Where do they stay to take their drugs? Where do they go to take their Indian hemp? Where do they go to drink their ogogoro or whatever? And me and you know that from what you community leaders told me, all the hoodlums are not only from one tribe, they are a combination of many. So if you don't give us the correct information, how can we help you? So that's why after we leave you, you are going to be part of the solution to this.
Sure.
You have to identify them. For instance, who is the leader of Okada people in this community? I'm sure he's one of your children. Maybe some of you are among the people who have even bought Okada for them. So you have to call them and pull their ears. There has to be control. How can we say just because there's accident, Okada people will just take over the whole town and say as if there are no elders? So that's why I'm going to go around all this place to see it, and we are documenting it. But the solution has to come from you. We work together with you, but the solution has to come from you. So that's my appeal. But I really sympathize with you, with what I've seen. And look at the 4 corpses we have seen. Look at the 4 corpses. Like the man next to the pharmacy. What did he do wrong? Even those who are inside the mosque, what did they do wrong? How can somebody carry a gun and be moving all this with all this handset that you have, and you say you cannot identify one person?
From police.
No, you have to identify them. We have to identify them. Or else this thing will continue. So that's my, let's continue.
Okay, sir.
All these things. So immediately you put fire, all will be consumed. This is about 8 pillars of marine board and the hard board. And somebody just, this is a full shop full of hard boards.
Well, first and foremost, after an emergency security meeting with the relevant security agencies, including the Commissioner of Police and the Director of the DSS for the FCT and senior management team, we decided to come here. And we came here specifically because on the social media, all kind of stories are being circulated showing that there is inter-ethnic crisis in Abuja, one set of tribe fighting other sets of tribe. And I've come here, I have met the leadership of the market, I have met the leadership of the communities, I have met the political leadership as represented by the chairman and vice chairman of AMAC Area Council in Abuja. And what really came out very clearly was this is an accident that occurred. Unfortunately, when a lady on a motorcycle, on a commercial motorcycle, fell off, and I think a vehicle ran over her, and unfortunately she passed away. As a result of this incident, tension was high, and then hoodlums took over. And like they do everywhere in the world, their target is economic assets, and they burn down a substantial part of the timber market here and other markets around here, burnt many vehicles. So this is why I came here to really say that this is an accident and occurred that went out of hand. There is no communal crash here, and I appeal to everybody in Abuja to live like we have always lived here, center of unity, in peace. Because everybody has come to this city to earn a living. And the economic activity in this city, particularly this part of the city, is very vibrant. A lot of people earn their daily living here. What I told the community leaders is that they have to fish out the hoodlums and the bad eggs among them. This is more important because, unfortunately, this time around, hoodlums carried arms and they shot innocent people. As a matter of fact, I saw 4 corpses. This is very sad and totally and unequivocally unacceptable in Abuja. We have agreed with the security agencies that full-scale investigation will be done, and the communities have to be part and parcel of the solution, or else there will be no peace. In the interim, the timber market and the surrounding markets, including all the activities along the road that has clustered the road and has made the road very impassable, will all stop until a technical team reviews everything, and then we take the next decision. But I'm appealing to other communities within the FCT that this is not a tribal or religious misunderstanding. No. All the leadership of the various stakeholders here have lived here in peace for many, many years. It is simply a matter of criminals and hoodlums taking the law into their hands. And I implore every community in the FCT to make sure that community leaders identify miscreants, drug pushers, drug dens, drinking joints where crime and criminality takes place. The police or the military cannot be anywhere, everywhere at the same time. So it's us in every community that we need to stand up and do what is right, or else the entire community suffers, like now Dei-Dei is going to suffer until economic activity comes up and until all this loss is replaced.
Any arrests so far?
So far, I have asked them whether anybody has been arrested. They said no. But if this thing took 3 hours, people moving with petrol cans, putting places on fire, using firearms to shoot, definitely somebody in the community must have noticed somebody. And now we tax the community. In the interim, of course, the police post here is going to be upgraded. The Commissioner of Police has indicated that he's going to provide more men and material here. And the FCT administration will provide any needed support that the police requires in this area.
Thank you.